welcome. We are back on our special election show, and today was the voting for the first phase of election. I am in Muzaffarnagar. 73 seats on 15 districts went to polls in the first phase of elections here in Western UP. Western UP, the place which is known as the sugarcane belt of India, also known for the communal polarization. The famous, the infamous, I must say, Kairana, Dadri and the Muzaffarnagar riots. More than 2 crore voters today went out and exercised their franchise, and they have sealed the fate for over 8,000 candidates. Well, as of now, when you go across the Western UP, already the polling has ended, but everybody is now trying to only guess who is getting any sort of advantage. Before we move on, let me get Sandeep here. Sandeep is our local help in Muzaffarnagar. Sandeep, वोटिंग खत्म हो गई है, कितना परसेंटेज की उम्मीद है?
देखिए, जो अभी लास्ट टाइम 5 बजे के बाद में हमारी बात हुई है डीएम साहब से, उनका कहना है कि संभावित 65% अभी तक वोटिंग हुई है, और अगर ये वोटिंग 1 या 2% बढ़ सकती है, लेकिन 65 पर आकर रुक सकती है.
65% is what is expected. I will also be joined by my colleagues Brijesh Pandey and also Moshmi from various parts. Brijesh is in Kairana. Brijesh will also be joining us. Moshmi is in Agra. And today, through the day today, I've been traveling with Bal Krishna, our UP Bureau Chief for our sister concern Aaj Tak. Many villages we went through today. What is the sense that you get after the first phase of polling? Very important, not only for the BJP, for BSP as well.
Ankit, one thing was quite clear, that the one thing that everybody was looking at in Western UP is that what is going to be the trend of Muslim voters. Only because of the fact that 100 seats were given, highest number of seats ever given by any party was by BSP. But it seems that that is not clicking, as we saw that we traveled across this area, and we see that mostly Muslim voters are favoring Samajwadi Party Congress alliance. So that is one thing that was very obvious, that Muslim voters are voting for Samajwadi Party Congress.
Important point that we also saw. Let me also now very quickly go across to Brijesh Pandey. Brijesh is also deputy editor. He covers the BJP. Moshmi is joining us from Agra. Brijesh, coming to you first. You are in Kairana. Hukum Singh is the MP there. Very important first phase for the Bharatiya Janata Party. How much has the Jat factor, the anger of the Jats, which many say that they are angry because possibly they believe Ajit Singh was disrespected, the BJP did not give them reservation, and also the Haryana factor coming into play, how much has that affected Hukum Singh's own daughter's election?
Oh, very much. I think, if you look at the fact that, there was been a rallying cry of the Jat community here, which RLD also stoked fire by saying that, by appealing to Jats that whether they want to be the tail of the BJP or the moustache, which means the pride of the RLD. And the RLD factor, we have seen that most of the Jat voters, they were very angry with the way the treatment has been meted out to Chaudhry Ajit Singh, and especially the kind of, interstate politics that is being played out. So, we found that resonance today at Kairana, and the matter of fact that Anil Chauhan, who is also a relative of Hukum Singh, is fighting on RLD ticket. There was a strong sentiment of people supporting him, and it looks like that that Jat voters might dent the BJP upsurge, which the BJP was hoping in Western Uttar Pradesh. They might dent their happiness, and the chances of Hukum Singh's daughter Mriganka making the cut looks a bit dicey now, because she is now caught in a three-way cornered contest between the current Samajwadi Party MLA, and apart from that, fighting his own relative, and the fact that, there was several people we met today, they all were saying that Babuji, which is the euphemism for MP Hukum Singh, said that they should not have done that. He should not have given ticket to his daughter, and he should have instead gone for Anil Chauhan. So a lot of Jat factor is coming into play, and it looks like that, they may end up playing spoil sport as far as the BJP is concerned. Ankit?
Yes. Okay, let me very quickly, Brijesh, just stay on with me. Let me very quickly go to Moshmi as well. She is in the city of Taj. Agra is a very important constituency. Moshmi, how was the mood there? What is the voting percentage, and what is the sense that you got from ground about this crucial first phase that played out in Agra today as well?
That's right, Ankit, you were right when you said it is a very important constituency, because it is important because it was a BSP bastion. Let me tell you, out of the 9 seats, the BSP previously had 6 seats. So the 6 assembly seats were in contention. A bit of anti-incumbency is what I saw on those seats for the BSP. It is dominated by the elephant. And then you had the 2 BJP seats, assembly seats, where, you know, the MLAs have been there ever since 3 or 4 times. So they were also trying to retain their seats. And in the Muslim dominated areas, I must tell you, we saw a huge voter turnout, with the Muslims actually coming out, the Muslim women actually coming out to vote. Let me tell you that the scheduled castes across Western UP are highest in number as far as the Agra belt is concerned, and that's the reason why the BSP has always done well. And that is why, if the BSP really does well in Agra or manages to retain it, it looks unlikely, but even if it manages to retain 6 seats or even more, it will have a telling effect also in the entire belt of Western Uttar Pradesh, where we are actually talking about whether Mayawati can woo back the Dalits to its own, in its kitty. So clearly, the fight is for the BSP to retain its hold.
Very important point you are making there. Very important point you are making there about the first phase, and whether the BSP would be able to somehow pull back certain voters that they possibly were hoping to. In fact, very important phase for the BSP, also for the BJP. Javed Ansari, executive editor, gives you his perspective on the first round of polling and what is to be expected in the second.
Today's polling for 73 seats was held in Western UP, in an area which in reporter shorthand is known as Jat dominated. It's extremely important for the BJP to try and stem the division within the Jat vote, which has actually swept it to power, which had allowed it to sweep the elections in 2014. It's also extremely important for the Bahujan Samaj Party, because here it's banking on a combination of Dalit and Muslim votes to try and thwart the BJP. For the Samajwadi Party, which has entered into an alliance for the first time with the Congress, it's important because the last time around it had won about 20 seats. So it's important for them that going forward they should win at least anything between 25 to 30. It's very difficult to say who will win because the jury is still out. But yes, extremely crucial that all 3 major contestants vying for a large chunk of that 73 seats. And also the X factor being the RLD, which is making a comeback now. RLD is making inroads into the Jat vote. A lot of Jats now rethinking their vote for the BJP, and could be retracing their steps back to their parent party, traditional parent party, that's the Loktal. Going forward in the second and third rounds, it will be the Samajwadi Party will hope to offset whatever losses it may have suffered in the first round in the Jat-dominated belt. It would hope to, in the second and third rounds, the MY factor will come into play. And the Samajwadi Party and Bahujan Samaj Party will both be hoping to build on whatever gains they've had in the first round. Interesting days. We'll need to keep watching this space as to what happens.
All right,
as the election
so where
scenario.
am I? I am in Muzaffarnagar, and specifically in Budhana. This was a polling station today in the morning. Now, of course, the polling has ended. The EVMs have been taken out and we are here. Before I go to the people, I want to show you something. Balkrishnan is holding these. These are the very famous Balu Shahi of Savaria. This is a patent of Budhana. They're very good, aren't they?
Definitely. I didn't see any softer. The Balu Shahi is this softer.
Really good. So if you are in Budhana, do try that. आज जो वोटिंग हुई, आज आप लोग सुबह सब लोग वोट डालने आए, किस मुद्दे को लेकर सबसे ज्यादा आप लोगों ने जब बटन दबाने से पहले क्या सोच के बटन दबाया?
प्रदेश के विकास के लिए, प्रदेश में शांति व्यवस्था के लिए, भाईचारगी के लिए बहुत अच्छा शासन जो है कौन सी गवर्नमेंट दे सकती है, उसके लिए हमने बीएसपी को चुना और बीएसपी को वोट किया, उसी के लिए लोगों से।
सो आपने हाथी को आगे बढ़ाने की कोशिश करी। आप लोगों ने सर क्या सोचा, आपने क्या सोचा जब वोट डालें?
भैया हमारी पसंद है सिर्फ अखिलेश। यूपी में सिर्फ अखिलेश इतना अच्छा काम किया है और हम उन्हीं को वोट दिया है और हमने जो है उन्हीं को विकास के नाम पे वोट।
Very vocal voter here. There is one who has now put his might behind the elephant. The other one is riding the bicycle. So important message, at least from the first phase of voting as it ended, coming across from Budhana in Muzaffarnagar. with that, we are in fact slipping to a very short break. Important thing I tell you is this very interesting. This candidate has decided that he is going to approach all the women in his constituency and he's going to tie a rakhi to them, asking them to vote for him. How will his endeavor be, successful or not? Only the results will tell, but a very interesting campaign there.